been a while since I made my last video. I hope you've been doing well. I've been a little busy. I've been working full-time, and in my free time I was volunteering for the American Go Association. So today I would like to review the game I played in the AGA City League. This is actually my first time joining the league in the Bay Area team. So if you're not familiar with the AGA City League, this is a team competition, and each team represents certain areas of the US and some of the Canadian areas as well. So our first round, I am in the Bay Area team. I've been living here for over 2 years, and I was very happy to be invited to join the team. And our opponent team was Toronto. And my opponent's name is on the title. So you can see, I wasn't sure how to pronounce his name, so I'm not going to try it. Anyway, so let's look at the game. I was white. And I'll tell you from the beginning that I was kind of lucky. You will see. So this was like a first serious game I played in a while, and it was pretty fun. Oh, I should mention that I actually thought about recording a video while I play this game, but I decided not to in the end because there was 1 hour each player time limit with the Canadian BOMI. So I thought the video could be like 2 or 3 hours long. And also I was worried that I would be too distracted doing the video while I play, and I wanted to do well for my team. So yeah, I decided to review instead. And we will keep it short. Okay, so I was again white, and then this was just an opening. When black approached it here, like somewhere in my mind I was thinking, I think I heard somewhere that AIs don't like to pincer, but then honestly I wasn't studying with AI at all. At this point of my life, I just want to enjoy playing Go rather than spending my time to study and become stronger. So yeah, I was like, whatever, I'm just going to pincer here and see what happens. So yeah, I did that, and this is like an old Joseki. And here, I think probably more common like continuation would be somewhere around here, or maybe like that. And I was thinking about doing that, but then I just wanted to do something more active, if that makes sense. So that's why I pushed here. And then at the time, somehow I was expecting black to attach here. And I thought maybe I would like either jump or hane and then continue like that. But black played here, which is another good move, I think. And looking back, I think I should have just responded this way. Yeah, I think that would be better. And then, you know, black's shape over here has some problems. So yeah, I think that would have been okay for both black and white. In the actual game, I played here because I thought, while the black shape looks thin, I think I can fight it out. But turned out it was a really bad idea. I regretted it a lot. So basically what happened was that I tried to cut, and then black played here. In the beginning, I thought maybe I could push this one and then block here. And you know, black's group over here on the left side is not alive yet. So if black has to respond somewhere and then has to leave. I mean, even this one now doesn't look that great for white. But I thought maybe I could do something like that. Yeah, I mean, I was very bad. At this point, I was already realizing that maybe I shouldn't have played the e5 to cut it. But anyway, I realized that I couldn't hane because of this cut. I can't save this one stone because obviously now I'm losing these two critical stones. And it will be silly if I just connect and then let black take this one stone. So in the end I couldn't block, so I just came back here. But then black came over here, and then my 4 stones in the center has really poor shape. And I had to jump. And black came back here, and I played here. At first, I was thinking about hane here, but then I wasn't sure what to do once black cuts. I could Atari, and then black would come out. And then maybe I can do something like this. But this is sente. And then black comes here. I will need to do this. I don't know why it keeps asking that. So let's see something like this. And then black plays here. I can't connect because of that. I can probably just kinda get out, attack this group. Yeah, I mean, this may not be the end of the game, but I didn't like the idea of losing the 2 stones on F and G6. But maybe this was another option. In any case, the hane here seemed like an overplay, so I just didn't try but came here. Another reason for me to come back here was that I really didn't want black to attach here and then like come out like this. I will need to push more. And then when black comes over here, black's shape on the right side would be so good. It's such a strong influence, and that's very difficult to reduce. So I came here and I kind of expected black to hane this one because then my shape is really bad. If I push here, like black can hane like this. So I was thinking if black hanes, I would probably tenuki and then maybe like half abandon this group or just jump. In any case, it seems rather burdensome to have this group. But in the actual game, black responded to my diagonal move, playing here. And then I jumped because I really didn't want black to hane on d8. And I think this was black's first mistake in this game. If this k5 was not mistake. So here I think black should wedge here so that after I Atari here, I'll be forced to connect this one. In the actual game, black just extended and I just exchanged this one and then tenukied. So the reason why I could tenuki is that at this point, if black pushes, then now I can just pull like this and then give up these 2 stones. This is like not really a big deal. So because black already had a stone on c8, my 2 stones on the 7th line were very light. So I tenukied and I was happy to come back here because if black gets to block like this, then black's right side still has a nice shape. So I Tanuki it, and then black didn't push but came here. I think black's intention was to attack the white's group in the center. And I responded. At this point, I felt better that I got to play on L3 here. But I still didn't like the fact that my group around here in the center was still a little weak. Anyway, the game continued. Black played here, the 3-star points format, and then we continued like this. And black's coming here. And now I get to kind of play around here. I was happy to be able to block here on C9 because I knew after this I could look at the blocking on B2 and then kind of pressure this black to leave small and maybe get some outside moves in Sente. So that was my plan. And then black came out. I am getting better shape around my group, so that's good. Oh, and usually when black plays here, white either responds this way or like exchanges this one. And the reason is that if you don't, then black has kind of the invasion routine that you will see soon. In the actual game, I didn't do these because I first wanted to strengthen this group on the left, kind of left middle, mid left. Yeah. So anyway, so black plays here, which is a typical follow-up after G14 if your opponent doesn't respond. And I play here, which is a strong response. Usual follow-up could be to exchange this one and then also exchange that and then Tanuki. So with this, black kinda got the B15 and 14 in Sente, and then black shapes is stronger and white's territory is maybe a little smaller. Where even stronger response is to cut here, which black played in the actual game. But I'm not sure if that was a good choice because when I came out like this at E14, the two black stones on 14th line is almost dead. Well, black could get some nice, gain over here with the cut, but I'm not sure if that was like good enough to justify the loss on the left side. So I think I was feeling okay about this whole exchange. And so over here, I had a choice of keep pushing like this, and then black would probably exchange this and then can come out. And then my only choice would be keep pushing like this. So maybe this is not too bad. Yeah, maybe I'm like hard to tell which is better. In the actual game I played here, I thought with this one, if black blocks here, I would push this one and then leave like this. Or if black kinda continues to attack me, then instead of pushing, I thought I would jump right away. And then I can kinda come like this and then hane earlier. So this was what I was hoping for. And of course black wouldn't let me, so black played here. And at this point, it would be silly. I mean, it would be the same if I push here now. But I played here and then chose to leave inside quickly instead of pushing and connecting. So at this point, black captures the one stone, and then I swallow the left side. Still there is some odds, I have to say. But black also needs to live in the upper left corner. So once black leaves and white gets another move around b15 maybe, then I think it's pretty solid white's territory. Oh, another reason why I chose to play the g13 and g12 is that later I wanted to do this pip. I thought this would be a very nice place. So I play here and I'm feeling much better than the opening because I'm happy with the territory I got. Although the game is, I think it's still very difficult. I wouldn't say white is ahead. So black's push was very timely because once white's territory on the left side gets stronger, then I might be able to block. But right now it's not quite strong yet, so I couldn't block on e8. So I come back and then black plays here. So black's L17, I wonder if this would have been better here because I was happy to attach here, which gives me certain I shape. And black comes out and then I make this I shape. I'm also happy that later I can hane on L15. And black's kind of playing on the corner and then hane. And at this point I just connect because I have enough I shape to live. And then black comes here. So at this point I think this was my biggest mistake in this game. I should have come inside. That's what I should have done. So maybe one thing that comes to my mind right away is S4. But I could also invade around here because there is some open areas on the right side and later I can maybe do S4. So the important part was to invade to black's area right away. The upper left corner is there's still code that I can start. And I have a decent territory on the left side and the lower side. So basically I just need to reduce the right side area of black's potential. In the actual game, I haned here. At the time I was very confident that this was sente. And I also thought this pip over here was almost sente. If black doesn't respond, then I can kind of push here and cut. And black's response is a little tricky. So that's why I haned here. But in the end, what happened was that I didn't get sente here. And that was a big trouble. So in the actual game, black played all these exchanges and cut. When I haned, I didn't think about this kind of exchange and cut because after this exchange, I thought this aji over here was kind of nasty. But actually it was not a big deal because black can actually just extend and there isn't much I can do after that. Well, the best I can do is to cut here and then come out, but black can just squeeze like this and then connect, and yeah, that's nothing. Plus, when black made the exchange on N16, it kind of removed my eye, so I have to worry about the white group on the upper side. So I was thinking and thinking, I was very tempted to tenuki, But then I was also concerned about black peeping and like kind of attacking this group. So I played here. And then I was kind of still hoping for this J15 Aji, but black just took R5. And at this point, I realized that I made a big mistake, because if black takes all this territory on the right side, it's going to be bigger than all my territories combined. And suddenly, so before black played here, I thought it would be easy to reduce it. But then after black played here, I realized that it's actually very difficult to invade it. So I decided to start the ko in the corner. I exchanged this, and then, yeah, I started ko. Oh, and I think probably around here, black was getting close to Byoyomi. And I still had a little time left, not too much. So I started ko in the corner with the hope that in the process of ko, I would be able to reduce black's territory on the right side enough. So I do that. And then black pushes here, and we are starting a ko fight. And when black plays here, my first intuition was to finish the ko, of course. But then I thought black would probably come around here, and then kind of pushes me around. And with that, like, black's territory on the right side would be huge, right? And I did like very quick calculation at the time and thought this wouldn't be enough for me. So I was thinking and thinking, what should I do? And first I just responded, because I felt like going inside right now would be too much of an overplay. Like I wasn't sure about even going about here because of this. And my group on the upper side is also not yet alive. So I was thinking, and then I play here. Then when black takes it, I just invaded here. I thought this was my only chance to do something about it. And then I think black kind of felt that black was ahead. That's why black kind of went safe rather than trying to kill me. Now I think it was totally possible for black to try to kill everything in here. Black's pretty strong. But this was a kind of safe strategy, and then it kind of let me reduce a bit. And then I was like reducing the black's area and more. And at this point, I think black decided that this was already reduced too much, and then black finishes the ko. So at this point, I'm thinking maybe I'm slightly behind, but not too much. If I can gain enough in the end game, I could catch up. And also, I was looking at some aji in this corner. I'll show you later. So I leave over here. And I think maybe black should have played here instead of the other one. So here I'm looking at the aji around here thanks to my stone on S7. I exchanged this. Actually, I shouldn't have exchanged that. I should have just get inside here like I played in the actual game later. At the time, I thought this was a good end game and then I was going to do it. But actually what happened was that black's B9 gave many ko threats to black. And that matters over here because this is ko. So I managed to make ko, and now the game is actually really close because if I win this ko, I think I turn the game around. So we start the ko, and then I have many ko threats partially thanks to this corner. And we are continuing this ko like this. And this is another ko threat. And black attaches here. So I was very annoyed by this ko threat. I realized that this is not just one ko threat, but series of them. But luckily, I also had many ko threats, so I decided to fight it off. Oh, and I also did a quick counting, and I wasn't confident that I would win this game if I let black take this one stone. Yeah, I don't think this would have been enough for me, so that was not an option. I had to respond to it and then keep the ko fight. So I think this may be the last losing move for black. This peep, I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's the Byomi play. But basically, I just took these 4 stones, and maybe at this point it's a little late for black. So black continues. So the biggest reason why this is like kinda end of it is that black couldn't really just come out of it because black's group over here on the upper side is too big. Like black cannot just give it up. Plus the corner ko over here is not over yet. So black can't quite do that, and then black just lost really like 15 points, 4 stones. So black plays here because the upper side group's not alive yet. And then I get to connect here. And this was partially sente because there was an attack on this upper side group that I was looking at. So when black connects here, I think maybe the game is still close because I got to take these 4 stones. And then black lost a few points by peeping from the other side. Anyway, when I connected on G11, I was looking at this attack. And if I don't kill it, I was very sure that I would be able to gain a lot on this center area. So black extends, and then I play here. I'm looking at the wedge on K13. So black had to connect, and then I push here. And when I pushed here, I was very confident that this group was dead. Black tries to get out, and then I play here. And black tries a few more moves, but there was no way black can get out of it. So if black harness here, white would cut, or this one, I think white can just do that. Even if black can capture the right side white group, some of it, I don't think that would be enough for black because the upper side group is just bigger. So many more stones. And over here, there is just no way to connect it. Yeah, so that was the game. So overall, I think my cut in the beginning was a very bad idea, and then I didn't like my opening. I was probably behind. After the upper left corner fight, I was feeling better, but then it was a big mistake for me to lose sente on the upper side. And then when Black played on R5, the diagonal move, I felt I was behind. But then during the call, I was able to reduce the right side just enough to kind of make sure the gap is narrow. And when I entered on S4, the game was getting close. And with the call fight, I had more hope. And then during the call fight, Black made a couple mistakes, and then I was able to kill this upper side group. So that was the game. I thought it was pretty fun, and I really enjoyed playing this 1 hour serious game. And I have the second round game coming pretty soon. I think our team is playing against Ottawa team. Yeah, the AGA City League also has some Canadian teams. Yeah, so I will be making a review video of that game as well. So that was the game. I hope it was interesting. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.